So I would ask my existing accountant a couple of very simple questions. The first question I would ask is, what am I worth? So the reason why you're asking that question is a lot of accountants won't know, and they should. To me, that means your financial planner would know what you're worth. They'd be doing a fact find, and they would be regularly across that. Most bank managers are regularly across what a customer's worth, particularly if they've got a fair amount of debt. It would seem odd to most clients that their accountant wouldn't actually understand what they're worth. So I'd be asking that question. A conversation out of simple assets and liabilities and what somebody's worth will often lead to, what does the future look like? Where am I trying to get to? How am I going to get there? What's my mixture of assets like, et cetera, et cetera. So that's a very powerful conversation in its own right.
So the question's not to get the answer; it's to open the discussion about bigger things. So it's not about whether they do know your assets and liabilities off the top of their head, but then it starts a bigger question about, well, why, what's happening, where are you going, what's your vision, and an appropriately experienced and qualified person will see that as an opportunity to add value and talk about bigger and better things.
Correct. So that's question number one. Question number two, harking back to what I said before, is I would always ask the question around, how do I pay more tax? What do I have to do within what I'm doing now to pay more tax, and how can you help me to do that?
And there's a whole bunch of accountants where their heads are exploding right now.
Yep, they're all going, what are you doing, Russell?
I know there's a lot listen to the podcast. A lot of professionals do listen. So,
yes.
Yeah, and I think that's a great question.